Spies and Hernandez. Spies hitting the wall, of course, at turn 1, and Hernandez a crash and hurting his shoulder.
Well, it's been quite a weekend for Dani Pedrosa. Major problems in qualifying yesterday, but he still started from the front row of the grid. But another perfect ride by the Spaniard on that Repsol Honda. And here we go. Jorge Lorenzo gives a lift home to Cal Crutchlow, but Cal Crutchlow will be seething. He told us on the grid he was going to have problems. Here we go. This is the moment probably where he realises that there's no fuel left in the bike. We've all been in that situation, but probably not in a Grand Prix race where he could have finished on the podium. He can't believe it. York and the team. Well, and Casey Stoner.
And just to add insult to injury for Cal Crutchlow, if he's coming back with Jorge Lorenzo,
yeah,
he'll be on his way to Parc Ferme.
Oh, yes, he won't.
Let's have a look at what you could have won, Cal.
Yeah. Sorry, we can't take you back to pit lane. Poor old Cal Crutchlow. Yeah, great ride by Casey Stoner. Body took a fair old pounding, but it's just building up his strength for Malaysia in a week's time, then, of course, Phillip Island in 2 weeks' time. Pedrosa's already there in Parc Ferme. Lorenzo's got a bit of taxi work to do with Cal Crutchlow.
Call of the day from Ian Wheeler. Let's have a look at what you could have won for Cal Crutchlow. Well done to Dani Pedrosa. It's trimmed the points advantage a little bit. An interesting round of MotoGP in Japan. Daryl Beattie, you'd have to say he's in, the last few races, he's risen to the challenge. We'll take a break and we'll come back with more. Dani Pedrosa in Parc Ferme after the Grand Prix of Japan. Great battle between the two Spaniards. The Honda looking stronger, Daz, as the race went on, and a timely podium as well for their countryman, for Alvaro Bautista, who re-signed with the Gresini team overnight. Here's the critical moment of the race, but even early on you reflected that the bike looked strong. It was perhaps just a matter of time. Yeah,
I think this is a circuit, as we said even in the qualifying show as well, Rusty, is that it's very hard on the brakes, hard on acceleration. And we've seen this year that Dani especially, and as Lorenzo pointed out in his interview before the race, his acceleration off the turns is something, a very strong point with his riding and that combination with the bike. So once he got that break, Lorenzo has a healthy lead in the championship at the moment. He can afford to let these ones slip through at the moment. Even if he was to finish second to Dani right till the end of the season, he'd still win this championship. But we've got to remember Casey's on the comeback trail now, and he'll get stronger in Malaysia, he'll be stronger at Phillip Island. So at some stage, Lorenzo, I think safety-wise, is going to have to win a race or finish in front of Dani. But very close at the moment. But for us, come the next round in Phillip Island, it's going to be a great battle. I know it's Andrea Dovizioso is typically a front brake sensitive rider. No podium for him today. People asking why didn't the computer on Cal Crutchlow's bike recalibrate to allow, if it is indeed him running out of fuel? Yeah, no idea whatsoever. It's something that we'll hear more of, something we can speak to Hervé about as well. We'll get Steve Paris to chase up Hervé and find out what went on there. But obviously the pace between Cal and Dovizioso was much different. Cal probably had a lot more wheel spin than Dovizioso, but we'll get to the bottom of that. Neil Sparks, one of our viewers, saying on Twitter, respect to Casey Stoner, that 5th place finish, very good considering his injury. In the break, just before we came back here and brought you the results, you could see Stoner was in a bit of pain, wincing a fraction as he got off the bike. So that'll be the recovery from this now in the build-up to Malaysia, I think, will be quite telling in terms of where he's at re the injury. Yeah, and I think, he'll get a bit of a rest now. He'll be able to get massages, and it'll be quite stiff, sore. So it's You know, this is a difficult circuit to come back after an injury like that, as we've explained, just the nature of the circuit as well. So I think for him, really, he's got the worst one out of the way, and it's just plugging away now for the next couple of races.
This guy did a very good job today. Obviously, situation beyond his control. We'll have a look here. Obviously, the pass from Batista, and that was...
And this really goes to show you with Batista, you know, the team running some different forks this weekend. They're running the Showa suspension back in that motorcycle.